Today we're looking at a form of operant conditioning utilizing negative reinforcement. All forms of psychological research must identify some of the essential components of that research, such as the organism, the person or animal that is being studied, and the response of that organism, behavior. And then we have to look at a stimulus. In other words, some change in the energy of the organism's environment that the organism can perceive. This is the basic relationship that we're looking for: a stimulus, an organism, and a response. Operant conditioning uses reinforcement. That's what distinguishes it from classical conditioning. The reinforcer is a type of stimulus that the organism is going to perceive from the environment. That stimulus can be called negative or positive. But either way, what really happens is this kind of relationship. An organism emits a certain response, and then something changes in the organism's environment. Either something is provided, like food, or something is taken away, like pain. And that's a reinforcer that makes the organism more likely to emit the same kind of response in similar situations in the future. Now let's talk about the difference between positive reinforcers and negative reinforcers. Positive reinforcers provide a reward, and the best example of a positive primary reinforcer would be food. A positive secondary reinforcer would be money. Both food and money are rewards that are provided to the organism for emitting a certain kind of response. Negative reinforcement eliminates an aversive stimulus, something that the organism does not want to happen, such as pain. Our research today is going to use the organism of a dinosaur. Specifically, this is Godzilla's granddaughter, Gigi. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be applying an aversive stimulus. Now, I remember from the movie Godzilla that an aversive stimulus for this kind of dinosaur is electricity. So I have my special zapper here. You can see the little light go on whenever the electric field is active. Well, how do we get the dinosaur to get on our grid? Let's put the dinosaur's favorite food on the grid, and then the dinosaur will get used to sitting on this particular grid. And again, from the same movie, you might recall that the favorite food of this kind of dinosaur is a Japanese policeman. So here we go with the favorite food, and Gigi's coming, and she's going to eat the favorite food here. Ah, yes, there it goes. And after she's consumed that meal, she's going to just sit on this favorite location in hopes of maybe getting more food. But wait a minute, here comes the electricity. Ah! And Gigi starts dancing like this, and then we turn it off. So what's going to happen in the future is we're going to see a kind of negative reinforcement take place. The organism is the dinosaur. The response that she emitted was to dance. And when she started dancing, we put the electricity off. The termination of that aversive stimulus is the negative reinforcement. Now, you might think of an electric shock as punishment, and you're right. But the termination of the aversive stimulus, that is the negative reinforcement. And if Gigi finds herself on the electrified grid again, and if it starts shocking her, she's likely to emit that same kind of response, the dancing, because it was successful in the past in terminating that aversive stimulus.